Hey beauties, good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. My name is Winnie and you're welcome to my YouTube channel. In my previous video, I posted the pattern drafting of making this office gown, and in today's video, we're going to be sewing it together. So if this is what you like to learn, like, share, and subscribe. So without too much talking, let's get to the honey of this video. Let's go. I love you. Hey beauty, welcome to my channel. Remember I told you that you are going to apply your interfacing on the upper part of the dress, of the cutouts, and the next thing that I did was to cut out the lining for every part. So this is the back skirt part, and I'm going to be sewing the lining all around. And this is the peplum. It is advisable that you add crinoline to the peplum. Just place your lining on top of the main fabric, right side facing right side, and then you place your crinoline on top of it and sew it all around. I'm not going to be adding to mine because the customer does not want it to be bogus. So now I have gone ahead to turn the lining to add lining to the back, and I've added the lining to the peplum also. So what I'm going to be doing next is to also attach lining to the back part of the upper part, and now we'll work on the front. So the first thing I'm going to do is to iron the padding, the wording on top of the top part of the dress. And don't forget that everything stops at the underbust. Just place it like so, and then you're going to stitch it down. After that, you're going to join it together, join the center, front, and the sides together like so. But you are not going to sew it to the down part. You're going to leave about ½ inch on both sides so that it can be easy for you to work with when we are adding the rest of the material. So this is it now. This is where you need your tailor's arm to iron the bustier area so that everything can be clean and flat. So I've gone ahead to stitch the lining separately, and now I'm going to be attaching the lining right side facing right side, also the neckline and the two sides, and I'm going to leave the longer part of this center front. I'm going to leave it open. All right, once that is done, I've gone ahead to turn the lining to the back part. So I just went ahead to pin the zip side. So what I'm going to be doing is that I place the front on top of it, and I'm going to join the shoulder and the sides, which I have already done now. So the next thing is to work on the peplum. So for the peplum, you know it's a two-sided peplum, so it's not meant to be one piece. So I'm going to fold it into two like this and align it. Make sure everything is well aligned so that you can get a accurate measurement. All right, make sure you align it. I always tell you that when you are sewing, you do not rush. So after aligning it, I am going to cut it into two like this. And after cutting it into two, I am going to open it up like this and turn the other side neatly. I'm just going to open it up, like this, and just turn it with my lining so that everything can be clean and fresh. So once that is done, this is how it's meant to be looking. Both sides are turned now. So the next thing you're going to do is to grab your fabric, the clothes that you were sewing from before, and then start placing it from the zip side, and then you are going to pin it. You are not too old to use pins. All right, if you want all your clothes to align properly and be neatly done, you are going to be needing a lot of pins. So if you do not have pins in your workspace, you have to get one. So you're going to pin it all around so that everything can be neat and clean. And then after doing that, you are going to go ahead and stitch. So I'm just trying to pin all the points together slowly and gently so that everything can be clean for me. And you know what, even after pinning, it's going to be much easier to sew. You just sew it straight. All right, so I'm done sewing now. Make sure that you give it a very good press as you are sewing. There's no power at the time that I was making this, so it was very difficult to work with. I just taking the light and bringing it. So anytime I want to iron, I just quickly rush and iron. That is why it is not well ironed. Make sure you iron your own properly. So after doing that, I'll do the same on the second side, and then I'll grab the down part of the back piece. I'm going to sew it from the zip side like so, place it on top of each other like that, and sew it from the zip side. So once that is done, this is how it's meant to look. See how neat and clean it's already looking. So by the time you turn it, that's how it's going to be. We are still going to add the front piece, so you do the same on the other side of the back pattern also, and this is how it's going to be. So now, to make your work easier, it's better you sew the zip side together so that everything can be much easier to work with, to make you to understand what you are doing. So just measure what you have on your zip. Most zips for gown is 24 inches. Just mark out 23 inches, and then from the down part mark 8 inches upwards. That will be for our slit. You can do 9, and you can also do up to 10 inches, but my client is not going to be wanting this to be too open, so I'm going to be using 8 inches. So just mark from the down part 8 inches, and you are going to be sewing from that point to the other point, and then you are going to sew the zip overlap, the slit overlap. So now for the front piece, the two side front, what you are going to do is that you are going to leave the straight part open. You are going to place the lining right side facing right side. You sew the down part, and then you sew the curved part of the fabric. You sew the down part and the curved part, and you leave the straight part open. So once I was done joining the back, I attached my zip, and it was looking clean and fresh. I'm loving what I'm getting already. So I've already sewn one side of the side front. So this sewing of the second part, I'm just going to show you how to go about it. So after joining the curved side, you're going to turn it over like this. You can iron it, but there was no power at this point, so I just flipped it over, and you're going to start stitching from where the waistline starts from. Place it right side facing right side. Don't join the lining at first, then stitch it all the way down. After you are done doing that, you are going to open it up, and then you are going to cover the stitch with your lining like that, and you are going to stitch it all the way down. So you are going to be folding your lining, and you are going to be covering it and stitching it just like I did the other one. So once that is done, it's meant to look like this. I just assumed that I've stitched it, and this is how it's going to be looking. So you just, after doing that, you join the sides, and then you knitting the down part. This one was too long, so I'm going to cut it and knitting it, and then I'm going to attach the sleeves. And once I was done, voila, this is how it looked. It looked really beautiful. Thank you for watching. Till I see you in the next one. I love you and I care. Bye.